Hi, everyone. Thanks again for joining us for another episode of the Daily BizLink. Stacie Mallen is back, and today we're talking about overcoming fatigue by amplifying awareness. Stacie, thanks for being here.
Thanks. I don't know about you, Lindsay, but I've had a lot of interactions this week and I feel like people are tired. like, I'm on a call every Tuesday with this amazing group of people. And we do this exercise at the beginning, and it's like, how are you doing? And today everybody was kind of like, "Ooh." It was a mixed bag of not so great, right? And so, whether it's because we've been at this whole virtual world for a year now nonstop, or our kids are still in our environment, we're still kind of normalizing. But I also think what's creeping in for people is the reality that this is the new reality to a great degree. And although some of us may go back into the office to a percent of the time, this will still be part of our world. And so I started to think about, how can we utilize this time to amplify our awareness now before we do kind of go back in person? And you said this at the very beginning, like, you talk to people all day, and what you hear all day long is the people stuff, is the hard stuff, right? And so, how do we start to practice that now? And some of the awareness is of our own reactivity to things. And so, in order to modulate that, if you and I were sitting in a room and I was getting, and I want to focus on you and I focus on what you're saying, I have excess energy, I have ADHD. And so, one tool that I use is I have a putty that I have. And so, you would never know right now that I'm doing that in order to focus on you and focus on what you're saying, and really get into active listening. I also tell people, take notes. I know maybe you'll never look at these notes again, but take the time to take notes on what the person is saying, because one, they feel heard. Two, you're actually absorbing and translating the information differently. So I think there's all these little opportunities right now. So instead of shifting your mindset, you have lots of people, Kate and Jane and lots of people that talk about mindset, but this is a mindset shift for folks. Instead of feeling overwhelmed and fatigued and sad that we're still here, how can we use this as an opportunity to start to hone our awareness on how we're showing up for people?
Yeah, there certainly are high levels of stress and anxiety. Mental health statistics are so much higher now post-COVID. Well, we're not even through COVID yet, but as we're continuing to navigate it, I know that this is something that's top of mind for a lot of individuals. So just finding some of these tools or tactics, I mean, gosh, even the putty idea, that's one benefit that we can leverage because we are on a Zoom platform and nobody can see your hands when we're doing this. So
Yep.
I think that's a great winning strategy. And just, yeah, heightened awareness, I think would be beneficial to everybody moving forward.
Yep. So I would challenge everyone, you, me, everyone, that as you get into an interaction today that is, you're looking at the call on your calendar and you're like, here we go. I'm going to have this conversation with a vendor, with an employee, with whomever. Start to test things that are going to work for you. And so that's my challenge to everyone today. Start to try different things that for you, again, the writing example or whatever example that you want to use. Using scents, sometimes people are more calmed, are they olfactory? So having a diffuser with peppermint or whatever. Sometimes walking into that call with more intention to listen and to absorb, it's going to have a much different outcome than it would if you didn't set that attention and shift your mindset ahead of time.
Awesome. Well, hopefully some of these great tips from Stacie help individuals with overcoming some of that fatigue. I know in our upcoming sessions, we'll have a lot of additional really helpful tips and tools moving forward. But Stacie, as always, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lindsay. Have a good week.